So we just finished week 2 of 2026. So this is the recap of stuff that I did. I guess we're gonna start off with I made some candy singles. I also made some pink ones, but I don't have the pink container yet. Still eating that ice cream. But you know, I made Plur with little baby beads, and then I made these ones. So we've got Simple and Clean, Sanctuary, Face My Fears, and Don't Think Twice. So they're like a set. Just for funsies. Okay. So, other stuff that I did. I made these keychains, so I have a video about that. I forgot it. I'm not entirely sure if I mentioned if that was like this week or the very end of last week. I made like a little list guide thing. So last time I had 2 bookmark signs. I've now made 2 more, so we've got Kyrie, except I drew her hand backwards, so I had to digitally fix that. I'm so annoyed. Like, you would think that like having had like hands for this long that I would know what way they go. Like you would think that I would just know because I have hands and like I've drawn people. Especially because like AI stuffs hands up. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, I'm just annoyed that I made such a stupid mistake. You're stupid. We've got Decora Kyrie and we got Goth Riku. Now, I know Goth usually has, tends to be monochrome, like black and stuff, but I wanted to give him purple pants. Because I thought it would be more fun to draw with colors and stuff rather than, like, monochrome. Look, if I'm gonna use colors, I'm gonna go all out. So yeah, we've got the bookmark series. What else have I done? Oh yeah, we did some progress on Riku Hearts. Except the mod ended up having issues, so we've pivoted to I'm gonna try and get to level 100 on Destiny Islands as Riku because the mod crashes in Traverse Town. I'm not super far through that, because my sleep schedule's been weird this week. Like, usually I stay up too late, but this week I've been really tired and, like, going to bed super early, so I haven't had time to game, because I like to, do it at the end of the day so I don't get interrupted. Especially if I'm speed running, I don't want to be like halfway through a decent run and then like, have to stop, because you're not allowed to have cuts and stuff. So yeah, I also there was a video I was procrastinating on reading Naruto that I actually got to do. So yeah, that's probably a good time to look at movies and stuff. So I watched The Hunger Games: The Ballad of the Sunburned Snakes. It's really good. Like, I wasn't expecting to like it that much, and I went to go, see if I could get a copy of it. The bookshop didn't have it. Not that I could afford it there anyway, but like they had all the other Hunger Games books except for that one, and then I went to the library and it was all borrowed out. So I've on the waiting list. So yeah, we got Naruto and we read Ranger's Apprentice. Now, it does look like I've done less reading, but it's more so that I'm reading like multiple things. So I do have my novel that I'm reading is called Wilder Girls, which is one for uni, so it makes sense that I'm reading that a bit slower because I'm not as into it. And then I've also, like, in terms of academic stuff, I've started reading it's called it should be somewhere here. Between Men. I'm gonna be real, I don't think I fully understand half what's going on in this text. And then also I printed out a document from Suriku Ultimania about, like, basically how the translation of Aitsu in I think that's how you say it. I don't know Japanese. But basically it's to do with translation stuff for COM, like Chain of Memories, and the way that it impacts the interpretation of it. It was like a 360 page document. I printed it like 2 pages on a side, double sided, but still, it ended up using like a third of my budgeted allocated printing money. But most students barely use their printing money, so hopefully I don't end up getting close to that throughout the year, or I can just leech off my friend because I don't think that he does much printing. But yeah. So I've kind of been reading like my novel and then had 2 different academic-ish texts going at once, so that's probably part of why there's been less. And also, like, Ranger's Apprentice I can read through quite quickly. It's a younger reader than, like, something like The Wilder Girls, or, yeah, it's a bit younger. And I've also read it before, so that helps. But I mean, at least I'm still reading every day. That's better than it has been. I got the DS charger, but I haven't had a chance to play Recoded because I've been going to sleep too early, and then today I was like, tonight was my plan to do it, but it's like 2 a.m. because decided I was gonna make a pixel art of Riku. It's gonna go on my thing. That took basically all day. It was ridiculous. I thought it'd take a couple of hours, but I really wanted to have it done like today. But no, it took forever, and now it's like way too late to, start playing Recoded without, staying up all night. So I guess that's a tomorrow thing. Um I'm kind of annoyed, but Riku looks pretty cool. He's gonna look cool on my thing. It's just that I don't know where my tack went. I've bought tack. I know it should be somewhere, but every time I go to put stuff up on my wall, it's like, nope, it's gone. Oh yeah, I made the pink singles. I also drew some stuff. So I drew this for a zine, which I'm gonna work on. It's gonna be like a 16-page A5 zine that's gonna be like fan fiction stuff, basically Suriku, but like just them being domestic and stuff, but like more focused on like Dream Eater Riku, because I find that concept cool. So yeah, this is an art I did based on I wrote like a sort of short fan fiction that's like gonna be like 2 of the pages. So there'll be like a page 1 of the story, then this, and then page 2 of the story. They're gonna be for like, because I like making zines, but I've also had the idea of like blind date with a zine, like how people do blind date with a book. I want to do those because I did make a big thing going through like my stonks, so the stuff and designs that I've made, a big fancy document. That's not the big fancy document. Hold up, where did it go? Oh, is it this one? So basically, looking like I did an analysis of 2 different artists that I really like their stuff, and like what kind of things they have in their catalog. What their average is, like how many like prints designs they have. I need to make more. So they both had around 14 different like prints, and then they both had around 24 for like stickers and keychain designs. So I need to make a lot more prints, which I think I wrote a list somewhere of which ones what I wanted to make. Yeah, okay, this is my list of things to make. Then I've got, my candy, zines, the zine keychain, the badges. So I have made a lot of badge designs. These are like the special keychains thing, so that's like a carabiner. That one's gonna be like little shaker charm. This one I'm hoping would be like flippy, because DS flips. But yeah, this is what spurred me on. This is something I designed this week. I had the idea of Pirate Sora. So I drew it. That's the power of being an artist. You can just like, if you have a dumb idea, bam, it exists. That's basically what happened for this. That was like a conversation on Twitter, and we're joking about we wouldn't trust Donald to do a top surgery. And then Hatsune Riku. Those 2 I didn't draw this week, but like they're similar examples of just me being stupid. That's the key to making art is just dumb ideas. I also, I had this box that this is gonna display pins, so I need to get some like Velcro to stick this in so that like I can take the insert out and change out the badge designs, if I get new ones, and change them out. But I painted this up. This was like I think it was like a Munch Me container. It was basically just a piece of cardboard that like for products at Woolies or Coles supermarket that I painted. So I painted the inside green so it would kind of matchy with that. It's not exactly the same shade, but honestly, considering I was lazy with it, it's not too bad. And then I put some like bug stickers in there because the green kind of reminds me of like grass. So like the outside painted purple, and then it kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, a kid's like jewelry box. That's kind of the vibe it gives. But I was gonna put flowers on the inside, but I'm like, there's gonna be badge in there, so I put flowers on the outside. The flowers are kind of scuffed because I don't actually know how to paint them, but that's okay. That adds to the charm, or at least I'm gonna claim that. I also got a sewing machine because I volunteered at an op shop, and they had one for like $50. I also get a 30% discount. My aunt offered to pay because like she does sewing and stuff. So yeah, I need to test if it works. I really hope it does. But then I can start learning how to sew. I'm gonna be unstoppable. I'm gonna make so many stupid things. You think I draw dumb stuff? Wait until I can make dumb clothes. That's the resolution. I also played some of my mandolin because my violin needs servicing. I'm a violinist. Uh, and I was like, oh, I have a mandolin. I guess I can do that to, get back into it. Except I'm an idiot and went to put it on my shoulder. Because, like, as you guys probably are aware, you, like, play your violin on, like, your shoulder. So I, like, grabbed like, when I was ready to, like, play, like, I, read the sheet music and stuff. And I was like, okay, time to play. I was like, this is a mandolin. You don't put it there. So, yeah, that was kind of funny. And I think that's basically all the stuff that I did this week. I don't know how it compares to last week. Um, yeah, I don't know. I also think I had goals at the end of last week and I forgot them. So, I feel like if I'm gonna do stuff like that, maybe I should write them down. That's probably a good idea. I feel like there's some areas where I was like less productive or more productive. Like it's kind of hard to say like yes, this week was better than last week and stuff because like I had areas where I did better this week than last week and stuff. But overall, I think things are chugging along. My sleep schedule is scuffed. Like last week, it was like yeah, I'm staying up all night. This week is like yes, I'm going to bed super early and waking up super early. Like I'm talking about like falling asleep at like 5 p.m. and waking up at 4 a.m. I mean, I guess that's at least during the day, but still. um, yeah, I would like to fix that. Yeah, I guess we did some drawing. And also, with how long the stupid Pixel Riku took, I'm like, okay, I can clearly sit down and just draw all day, because that's basically all I did. And I do want to work sort of more on comic stuff. I mean, that's just my general goal is, like, I want to make my silly series. I want my vampire boys to get their story. See, I would say be happy, but like their story's not happy. Look, it one has a complicated relationship with their characters. You want them to be happy, but then you also traumatize them for the plot. It's a weird relationship. It's a weird dynamic. But yeah. Well, I guess we're chugging along. We still got a fair few weeks until uni kicks back in. And yeah, I definitely do want to do more games, like playing more of Recoded because it was fun. Um, chugging along with my Riku Hearts and also my Dream Drop Distance. I haven't played Dream Drop in like nearly a month. That's stupid. That's crazy. Wait, no, that's nuts. I love Dream Drop and I want to get better at speedrunning. I've probably lost all the skills I had. So yeah, that's just part of like general when I was gaming and stuff, I've been asleep. So yeah, I need to figure out how to do that. But yeah, that's probably my main goal is I want to get better at my Dream Drop speed running. I love Dream Drop Distance. I want to play it more. That's just what I want to be doing. I want to be drawing and Dream Dropping. That sounded weird. But yeah. So I guess that's week 2. We've got 50 more. Somehow that makes like it sound like the year's nearly over. That's okay. Yep, that's how it is. Yeah. Woo.